Hello and welcome to Canada Day. We're here in St. Andrews. I'm your host, Jay Remer.
And I'm Vicki Hogarth. We're on the balcony of the Windsor House Inn on Water Street, and the parade's about to start now.
And we have a huge crowd behind us. The heavens have opened, the sky, the sun is shining, and we have a crowd of close to 10,000 people.
And I think we have our openers here. It's the RCMP.
And so now we have the RCMP and the cadets. They're all spit polished. It's nice to see some shined shoes every once in a while, isn't it? So nice to see so many cadets too.
Yeah, we have
The
quite a large
future of the
number.
armed forces. And this is the Royal Canadian Legion.
Look, John Matheson's in the front.
Yeah, it's part of the Canadian Armed Veterans. Those are veterans from World War II.
Wow. Now I do see Karen Ludwig coming up. But first, some bagpipes.
Nothing better than the sound of a marching band on Canada Day.
And this is the Caledonian Piper Band.
And this is the mayor of St. Andrews, Doug Naish. Doug's been the mayor for a number of years now, and he's been doing a fantastic job for us.
Following the mayor is MP Karen Ludwig.
And our Member of Parliament, Karen Ludwig. And her daughter and her camera lady and everybody. So, no, Karen's walking. There she is. There she is. And
there's Karen's favorite car.
Karen's the entourage following. I love that beetle with the all wrapped in the
You
Canada
always know where
150.
Karen is when you see
That's
that car.
right.
Now, the next float is actually a small replica of the Parliament building.
That's right. So this is part of the Government of Canada.
Actually, the shop class in St. Stephen High School made this.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
The art class did the painting for it as well.
So these are all themes of the marine life around St. Andrews.
Exactly. It's an entire New Brunswick themed float.
So this is actually Kira.
Oh, there we go.
So this is the Kingsbrae International Residency for the Arts. They have a fantastic artist in residency program for 15 different artists for the season.
There's Brad Henderson and his wife, Christina.
Yeah, more bingo players.
And of course the Ladybug.
That's right. The Ladybug is a great attraction to the garden because they release ladybugs at least every week into the garden. And so the kids come and make friends. USA 1784.
The Dialogue NB We All Belong float.
So this is all of the lands. This is the diversity and inclusivity of St. Andrews by the Sea. We all belong. And this is from a float from St. Stephen. And St. Stephen and St. Andrews were pivotal towns in the settling of this part of the country, shipbuilding, And
there's some of our new residents from Syria as well.
That's right. Yeah, we've got 200 years worth of of immigrants, and they're all welcome with open arms. And this is the CUPE. These are the folks that run the Passamaquoddy Lodge nurses, and they do such an amazing job. We're so lucky to have such a lodge, and they do a really good job. Seniors and nursing home workers deserve more. Yes, indeed, they do.
Yeah, my grandma actually was at the Passamaquoddy Lodge, and I love to visit her there.
Yeah, I visit several people there. And the Oppenheimer Prager Museum, coming in one of Vincent's. I think this is a Bugatti, but it's been painted, decorated for the parade, with our friend John Gardner and Phil. They're dressed as the Rosses, and
you might also recognize them from TV Bingo.
Yes, more TV Bingo.
There's the Minister's Island float, Susan Northern.
And this is the Minister's Island float, the model of the barn, which is the largest wood structure in Canada that's just been restored to the tune of $2 million. And these are some of the great guides that are there. And
it's worth a visit.
Charlotte County, the Charlotte County ground.
Search and rescue.
The search and rescue group. And we will be having these, I don't know what you call them.
I think these are the motor cars, and I'm not sure if this is I think it's the Shriners coming up, because I think I see some clown cars.
The Shriners, yeah, they're the ones that have these incredible cars. So these these are all driven by the local driving school instructors.
They're always a crowd favorite.
Well, you know, it's nice to see seniors, I'm guessing he's a senior, having as much fun as a kid. You know? You always got to have as much fun as you can until you can't. But the crowd is here, and there's thousands of people, and they're here to enjoy a beautiful afternoon. And with the farmers market going on, there's plenty to eat. The museums are open.
Most of the stores are open too. And I know that St. Andrews is always busy in the summer, but I feel like we quadruple on Canada Day in size. Last time you and I were up here was Canada 150. Canada 152, but it seems to be just as busy to me as that year.
Well, we've got new shops in town too. Mm-hmm. The chocolate shop just opened today. Fabulous.
I've been twice already.
Now here are the Shriners with their little cars. Little cars with men with their new toys.
I'm curious what they do with them the rest of the year. They seem quite useful for our town. You can get to a lot of places.
I think they go around visiting kids in hospitals and that kind of stuff. And they do have a big time, though. Now, so a lot of people have come to town because of the amazing fireworks that we have tonight, and they are going to be in for a treat this time because there's no wind,
right? And
the clouds are disappearing. And I'd say that by the end of the afternoon, we'll have 10,000 people in this town.
Wow.
All the restaurants will be full. All the food stations and the farmers market and everything will be full. All the shops, people are going to spend lots of money in the shops today.
Now, where do you watch the fireworks from, Jay?
Right here.
Right here. I think there's a big crowd going down to the wharf. I know our very own Lee Heenan will be bringing his group of friends down there tonight.
Well, that's the hip place to be.
It is. And oftentimes you see people go out in a kayak and watch from there, too. I'm not that brave,
Yes,
though.
that's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, here is our local open door program, which is our regional food bank for the St. Andrews area.
we raise thousands of dollars a year for that. And this is the campground.
The Kiwanis Club
And the Kiwanis Campground, which is a great campground down at the end of the peninsula.
Steve Saunders and Guy
They have room for hundreds of campers, and they are very generous. The Kiwanis give a lot of money back to the town. And this is the
this is a new organization,
paddling
actually,
club.
With the dragon boat that you can now, actually there's a team formed, and they're practicing out at Katie's Cove.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Of course, Katie's Cove is undergoing a great, potentially a great renovation.
Yes, I've been a part of working with that group to rejuvenate the cove.
Hoping for lots of great things to happen there, because that could be a huge tourist attraction.
Open this year. I've already been down. It's beautiful. The water's warm, so it's worth it. Today would be a perfect day to actually go.
Oh, so we could go swimming?
You can swim already. I was there last week.
That's great.
I brought friends who were visiting, and they loved it.
Is it still open, just by, you just walk in?
Just walk right in. It's free.
It's free, but there's no lifeguard on duty, and so it's a swim at your own risk.
As far as the rejuvenation efforts go, we're hoping, I want to say I don't want to promise next year, but it's in the works.
Yeah. Well, it takes a long time to do to restore something like that, and
but it is such a special part of the town, and it's amazing. You can tell just from this parade what community spirit we have around here. So
yes, it is amazing.
It's not surprising, but it's
not easy putting these floats together, and the fact that they went to the trouble to do that is a testament to the community.
Now, I'm not sure. I have a feeling this is the Huntsman, because I see a lobster and a seal.
Yeah. So this is the Huntsman Marine Science Center, which is a great research center here in St. Andrews. So St. Andrews is not a one-trick pony, because we have the Huntsman Marine Science Center, we have the St. Andrews Biological Station, and those are two very important science research centers right here in St. Andrews.
The Huntsman just recently launched a new crab walk. That's one of their newest excursions you can go on if you're visiting for the day, and you learn to learn about the green invasive crab, and you go right out on the beach for a few hours and discover it yourself.
Right? And this is the Algonquin Resort coming up. The Algonquin is certainly busy. The Algonquin has half the hotel rooms in the town, so it's very important to the town that they do well. And they are doing well. And there's Matthew McKenzie, the manager.
Algonquin's followed by
Sunbury Shores Arts and Nature Center, which is across the street from us and in the parade right here. One of Canada's oldest arts and nature center. They've been around now for 42 years.
There's James Whitehead in costume.
Oh, looking my beautiful. Goodness. He looks like Salvador Dali.
James just recently organized the Pride Showcase at Sunbury Shores, but you can often find his works in different exhibits. He's a wonderful local artist. There's the Spin Drifters. There's John Castell.
Spin Drifters, yes. This is for anyone over 50. They have lots of wonderful activities. They keep everybody busy.
Honey Beans.
And this is Honey Beans,
where
which
I get
is
my coffee every day.
Coffee shop here in town that does amazing work.
It looks like we're Charlotte County Archives in the old jail.
There's Mary Casement waving out of the truck, and the old jail. They have it's a great place to go to research your ancestry if you want to. The jail. They have a great at the archives. They do great work there for researching.
You can also visit the old jail if you do one of the local ghost walks on an evening, and you do get locked up in it for about an hour.
Oh.
Which, if you're with friends, isn't as terrifying as it sounds. So local fire department.
We have a great volunteer fire department.
Now we're getting to the end of the parade, Jay.
Yep, we're getting toward the end of the parade, and This is the Shriners Motor Corps unit, and of course the Shriners help children all over Canada and really all over the world. And they're a great group, and we're happy to have them in the parade with all their fun. This is where all those funny little cars came out of. And
now they're closing the parade much like they opened with some old cars, but the day has really just begun around here. Do you know what you're about to do next, Jay? Are you heading to the market? What are your plans?
Yeah, I think I'm going to walk downtown and check out the different venues and see the farmers market and maybe get something to eat. Probably run into lots of friends and people asking me when bingo starts again, the day after Labor
10th.
Day.
Yeah. I'm going to head down to the street with Lee Heenan, and we are going to meet some of the people who have decided to celebrate Canada Day right here in St. Andrews.
Oh, good. So you'll walk around and talk to some people. Well, that'll be great. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to
Meeting you on the streets.
That's right.
And seeing you back up here next year.
So happy Canada Day, Vicki.
Happy Canada Day, Jay. Lee and I are down on the street where the action is. Happy Canada Day, Lee.
Yes, happy Canada Day, Vicki.
We're here with the people who actually open the parade, our local RCMP. What does it mean to you to wear red every day?
Well, we don't wear red every day, but first off, happy Canada Day, bon fête de Canada. I mean, the red serge is certainly a uniform of pride for us, so it's actually a ceremonial uniform that we wear on special occasions such as Canada Day. Though, yes, back in the days in the Northwest Mounted Police, this was the essentially the operational uniform, but now we wear it on
up
special
to 1952.
Yeah.
You know, the uniform has evolved over the years, but back when they were riding horses, this is, you know, for a very long time, this was the working uniform. And then when I joined, you know, way back when, you know, a lot, you know, before he was born, I think, you know, we had brown serges as, you know, and some places were still wearing boots and breeks, brown serge and Stetson. And then we evolved into straight pants and ankle boots because the riding boots weren't the most comfortable things to drive a car in or, you know, have to chase somebody. Mm-hmm. So the uniform evolved into the, you know, uniform that you see police officers wearing today, but for ceremonial purposes. And you know, it's actually a pretty special uniform because the way it was designed when the Mounties were created, you know, in 1873, they basically got cast-off uniforms from the Morrill Military College and had little pillbox hats. And when they ended up out on the prairies, the hats were totally useless. Yeah. So the guys started buying Stetsons, which was the pre-runner to a cowboy hat, because they were in the prairies. And by the time they had marched across Canada, their uniforms were worn out. And management went down, you know, to Montana and bought pants off the United States Cavalry, and that's why we wear blue with a yellow stripe, which was the cavalry was wearing. Here's our friend on the motorcycle here wearing a modern uniform.
A little more modern take, but yeah, certainly the most recognized uniform in the world, and lots of people think we wear this every day, but it's actually our ceremonial. It's more the operational for motorcycles like what Constable Dachenko's wearing, but being out in Canada, I mean, there's probably nothing better. My two favorite ceremonies being Red Surge is Canada Day and citizenship ceremonies. Nothing
and
like
Remembrance
welcoming.
Day.
Yeah.
And the unique thing about this uniform is you have to earn it. There are only one exception to who can wear the uniform, and that's the pipe bands, who are made up of civilians. But you know, any other person, even the commissioner of the RCMP, we had one a couple of years ago, he was not allowed to wear the uniform because he hadn't earned it through boot camp.
Well, thank you both for your service. And what are your plans for the rest of the day?
Just keep working, mingling around with all these fine citizens and enjoying the day, and then doing some traffic control later for the fireworks. So looks like the weather's going to cooperate, so hopefully we'll have a good fireworks this year.
And I'm retired, and therefore I'm going to spend it with my friends and family.
Good. Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day.
Bon fête de Canada.
This was your first Canada Day in St. Andrews.
Yep.
What did you like about it? How does it compare?
I really like the fact that there's a lot of people walking in the streets, and I like the old cars and fancy cars, and the parade was pretty fun. Yeah.
How does it compare to Canada Days? You're from Montreal?
Yep.
How does it compare to Canada Days you had in a bigger city?
Well, in Montreal we don't really do the Canada Day like that. We just like, say Canada Day to like other people, but we don't do parades and stuff. So yeah.
What are you looking for? Are you going to the fireworks tonight?
Yeah. I hope it's gonna be fun.
Are you having a good day?
We are, yes. It's actually our 8th anniversary today.
Your 8th
so-
anniversary today. Congratulations. Are you visiting or do you live here?
No, we're from about 45 minutes down
Good.
on the coast.
Well, that's great. And you're having a great day in
We
this
are.
wonderful weather?
Beautiful weather.
day, yes.
Yes, it is. It's wonderful. Well, we do hope you have a great Canada
you.
Day. Sticking around for the parade?
Yeah.
Yes, good.
What
Hopefully.
made you pick St. Andrews to celebrate?
It's a tradition. Been doing it for 17 years now, I think.
Yeah,
so.
17 years. Yeah.
Well,
you.
congratulations on your anniversary and enjoy the rest of Canada
Thank you, you
Day.
guys
you.
too.
Thank you.
And why did you get married on Canada Day? Was there any reason?
It's a special day, and
Easy to remember.
we'd always have the day to ourselves, and they always have fireworks for us.
You always get the day off work.
Exactly.
That's right.
And easy to remember.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, she dressed in red and white for
That's
her
right.
gown. So it was
So anyway,
Well, happy
Wonderful.
anniversary.
Thank
fellow
you.
Thank you so
Canadians.
much.
take care.
Well, when I was walking around giving tattoos and flags and lots of different pins to like the little kids, it was so much fun, and it was nice to see their face light up. And there was so many people. It was quite a bit of a little bit of shock, but there's a lot of people
Now
involved.
you're not done representing the Algonquin.
No.
Serve a cake. Can
Yes.
you tell me a little bit about what inspired this year's cake?
This year we kind of did a little bit of a flag waving in the wind for the cake, and I think it's a good representation of our flag still being up and still being just very proud and large and out there for the world.
How many pieces are you going to cut it into?
I don't know how many pieces, probably more than 100, 200 pieces, which is what we're aiming for. That's probably how many people are here right now. So.
You're fairly new to the area.
Yeah.
You've been with the Algonquin for a few years now.
Yeah, it'll be my starting my 5th year here in St. Andrews.
What makes celebrating Canada Day in this town so special to you?
It's the locals. The locals are really, they spread so much, they all have so much pride for Canada. Everybody has so much like support, and they are all Canada motivated, and it's just amazing to see all these people come from all over the world just to this little tiny town. From people from America. There's so many Americans here, but they just love us, they love the whole Canada Day celebration, and it's one big family. We're all just one big family today.
Mr. Mayor, why do you think we get such a large crowd for Canada Day?
I just think it's the nature of our town. It has a reputation for having a great celebration, and I think more and more people are coming from further away to be here. So I think that's it. I just think it's the nature of the friendly place and easy access, and we have big crowds, and we hope that continues.
Fill the rolls. 1, 2.